Hi everyone, this is Debbie. I just wanted to do a quick video to show y'all I was making some Christmas pillows, and what I decided to do is I bought towels from Walmart that were in a 2-pack, and what I was looking for is I wanted one that had like a pattern, and obviously on all the hand towels they're going to be directional because they hang, this way, so your pattern is going to be this way. But in the pack I wanted to have one that was not directional, so with this particular hand towel it came with this one, and then with this particular hand towel it came with the red side. So what I wanted to do is I wanted a long pillow. That's why I wanted some that it didn't matter what the pattern was, so that I could make a long pillow. Because you can't turn these into a long pillow because the pattern goes this way. And I could have sewn these on my sewing machine, but I like the blanket stitch look on the edges. And I even did it on the fold line. Like this was folded in half like this one. I just took it and folded it vertically. And I did the blanket stitch on the fold line as well, so that they would look the same all the way around. And then what I usually do, this is a $3 pillow from Walmart, and that's what I use for my filling, because it's cheaper than buying the batting, at the fabric store. So I was just going to show you how I do the blanket stitch, because I really like the looks of that versus, sewing it on my machine. Although my machine does have decorative stitches, I can try that as well. But all I do is I take the towel and fold it in half vertically. And for me, I'm right-handed, and I find it easier to start from the left and work right. And what I do is I go around all 3 sides, stuff it, and then do across the top. So the way I do it, and I don't know if this is like, the way you're supposed to do it, but I try to hide my knot first off. So I put the needle in, and I just tuck my knot in, and then I come up in about the same spot, and I grab the thread and just make that. Okay, so then I keep going to the right, and I go about 1/4 of an inch or so, and I try to come down the front a little bit so that the actual stitch shows. I didn't come down far enough on this one, but they, they're not, I never do them even. And I usually hold this thread down, but you don't have to. I just find it easier for me, then I don't have to pick up the thread from the back. I hold that thread down, and then you get your blanket stitch. But if you don't, it also keeps the stitch tight if you hold it down. So I'll hold it, and I'll go to my next one, and just make sure you're coming up on top of this thread, and then you get your next stitch. If you don't, if you let that go and it goes up here, first of all, it doesn't stay tight, and sometimes they get lopsided if they're not tight, but you could still do it if you don't want to hold the thread. You just come up, and then you pick up the back thread, and you've got your blanket stitch. So I just wanted to show you how I do it, because I like the looks of it on these pillows. And I did it the same way on some throw rugs that I bought. Whoops, I missed that one. So we'll just pick that up. And there's my blanket stitch. So I do this all the way around on 3 sides, even the fold. And then I stuff it. And then I come back and do across the top. Now there's my fold That's my fold. And I stuff it from the top. Well, this ended up being the bottom, but I stuff it on the side that I left open, and then I come back and put the blanket stitch there. So I just wanted to share with you what I was doing. That gives me 2 of the smaller pillows and 1 of the big pillows, because I used the mate of this pillow and the mate of this one to make my big one. Okay, that was all I was going to share. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to show you, I'm going to go ahead and finish these pillows. And what I forgot to show in the first bit was I have gotten to a point where I needed to change the thread. So let me show you how I change the thread on this. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I generally work left to right because I have trouble keeping the threads where I want them. So on this one, I'm going to start on the left side, like I've left this opening here because I just ended a thread. And what I do is I come up, if you can see, I come up through the hole that I ended in, and I hide the knots in there. And then I come up on the opposite side of the corner and I keep this thread at the bottom, and then I pull it and it goes across the corner, and then I go down to meet the other one, and then my last one I go in the final the hole that I left from this last stitch and come up and tie a knot. And the problem with this is that on this last stitch it's hard to hide that knot. Whoops, through the center of that thread. Okay, now I'm going to tie it off. And what I decided to do was to go ahead and decorate these pillows because they're just going to be sitting in a bin. So on this pillow, because it has the sort of like a ribbon decoration here, I decided that I would use this Dollar Tree red ribbon, and it's not double-sided, it's just glittered on one side. So I'm going to try to keep it, I want to bring it around the front. And let's see, I don't know if I've left that long enough or not. Let's see. Yeah, that's long enough. So I just wanted to tie, I don't even think I'm going to tie it. I think I'm actually going to, let's see here, because I'm not sure it's going to stay there because it's so far down. Let's see. Make sure. I think that's what I'm going to do. I might have to put a couple stitches in there to keep it in place, but I think that's what I'll do. So let's see. This way, I think. Yeah, that's going to be, I'll have to stitch that, I think. So, actually, I might do hot glue. So let me get my hot glue gun. Okay, I have my hot glue gun. So I'm just going to bring the ribbons up. And hot glue them in place. I was trying not to get any glue on the pillow in case I had to wash it, so I was trying to do this so that I have just the ribbon glued. Whoops, we're not sticking. There we go. And I'll put it back in place. There we go. Okay, and then I already made this ribbon and I worked on it so that all the glitter was at the top, because as I said, it's not double-sided. And I'm going to put the bow right here, and then I'll trim off the ends. See. And I'll just put there we go. So there's that pillow finished. And then we're going to go to this one. This one, I decided, everything that the decorations I'm putting on these are from the Dollar Tree. So I decided to use this ornament, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the string off, and I'm going to use this ribbon on this one. See if that's where I want it. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to glue this ribbon down. Ooh, hot. And then I'm going to glue this tree on the ribbon. Hopefully this will stay. Okay, so there's that pillow finished. And then I have this big one, and since the other one, I have the red on that one and it stands out so much, I decided instead of doing the red side showing, I was going to do the green side showing. So these are from the Dollar Tree as well. Let's see if I can unclip it. Okay, so we have this from the Dollar Tree, and we have this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and it pretty much took up the whole roll of ribbon on this one. So I have a little bit left, but I decided to do it lengthwise, you know, standing up vertically rather than laying across horizontally, because I'm going to put it in a crate that I just finished, and I want this sticking out the top. So hopefully I'm in frame. I'm going to bring it down just in case I'm not. So I've wrapped it like a present, and I'm going to go ahead and hot glue this. It's hot. I should get out my rubber fingers or silicone fingers, whatever they are that I have for this. Forgot to take them out. Okay. Alright, then we're going to put this bow on here, but I'm going to take this clip off. Alright, so we'll put this on the ribbon. There we go. Hopefully I'm in frame. I can't see the back of my camera from here, so I apologize. I'm not real good at this yet. I have to figure out a setup that works for me. So there's that pillow finished. And then I'll do a shot of them actually in the crate that I'm going to put them in, and I'll come back to you. Okay, this is the crate I'm using. I just finished this about a week ago, and I got it for $2 at the thrift store, and I painted it in DIY paint. What is it called? Their black paint. Can't even think of the name of it. And then I used their white paint, which is White Swan, and stenciled this on it. And then these pillows were made using rugs that I got from Five Below, and I just did the same blanket stitch on them, and this is what I have in there on a regular basis, are these two pillows that I made out of rugs. And I'm going to put my Christmas pillows in here when I decorate for Christmas. So let me move this back a bit. And I'll bring this up. See if I can show you what I'm doing. And put these in here. I'm not quite sure how I'll do that. Well, that one doesn't even show, so I'll have to figure that out. But this is where I was going to put them. I'm not sure that's actually quite working. Maybe I can only do two in here. Put the other one on the sofa, maybe. Put something at the bottom, I think, and set that one up. Maybe if I get a Christmas blanket, I can put it at the bottom and drape it over, and then put this at the top, and then just use this one on the sofa. But that was my